Welcome back, guys and gals, to video number 2 in the Let's Play series. I am Madtown213. I'm looking to show you guys around, finish up our little tour that we started yesterday. I'm showing you our original thatch base um, down by the beach on Craig's Island. Give you a little bit of a tour of the volcano base that I'm currently standing on now by the volcano, obviously. And talked a little bit about myself and some things that are coming up in the future. And we're going to continue that today. We'll finish up showing you the little few things that are around here. We'll move on to the um, waterfall base or waterfall waypoint that we built. And then we will head up to Suicide Island, or the Dead Island as the official game calls it. Show you around what our little setup there that we have is a kind of just a transfer point. And then we'll head to the main base and explore that a little bit. I don't know if we'll be able to get through the whole thing today, but we'll do our best. I did go back and watch the first video, and um, I have some real issues with it. You guys will for sure be seeing a upgrade in video quality and um, at least video quality. Sound quality, I have a mic, but I have to get a new preamp. Um, because I don't want to do just one of the USB mics. Those don't work in my opinion. I work in audio, so um, I listened to that and watched my last video, and I obviously have a lot of work to do, but not too bad for the first time out the gate. So without too much talking, we'll get right into finishing up the tour here and head over because there's going to be a lot of flying today. Again, I won't be getting my editing software for about 2 weeks, so it's going to be some fill-in time as we just kind of fly from one spot to another. And hopefully we can fill that time with a little bit um, about what to expect with me in this channel. If you guys have any questions about real life stuff, feel free to ask. I may not answer all of them, but um, most of the stuff that's general knowledge, I have no problem sharing. So yeah, so let's finish up here. So we did show you guys the main base, the outer pen that's out there, kind of a general use pen, and did show you the bird coop and the small um, animal pen. So the only thing I haven't really gone into is when we lived here, it was essentially you had to come out a door that I built some just human doors just to get in and out of the base really quickly. So there it is right there. So you had to come out there, and if you wanted to cross, you had to run all the way down here, cross the river, which there's piranhas in here constantly, because there's a drop that always drops right here, right kind of where that Brano is in the water. So getting those was a little perilous. Same on the other side, I have a small human door, but crossing the river kind of sucked, or getting down here and then getting back up was a pain, especially when it came to taming. This is a really good place for taming Spinos and Rexes because you're so much higher than them. And they just get stuck here and then you can safely build. So what we did was I built a porch or a back like level. So this is kind of not a very good shot of the overview. Let's fly out here just a little bit. And that's even worse because of the glare. And again, I'm going to be looking into these bloom quality settings and brightness and gammas and all sorts of stuff, so it will get better. Goddamn bugs. Fucking hate bugs. Okay, so here's what we got. It's kind of just a back porch, easy way in and out to cross the river here. Um, and this was me learning. This was like my first real experimentation with pillars and building into the sides of cliffs and things like that. So it's a little chopped up and not very fluid, but I did learn a lot by building this. So what we'll do is we'll park up here. Hopefully, no. Fuck it. We'll go around front and just come out the back. So, again, you just come in the front from the main yard. Come in, anything you need to drop off. And if you do need to cross, Built this little rampway down here. This is, again, see, this stuff's so sloppy. This is the stuff I want to fix. And I kind of fixed in the main base we're living in now, and I want to fix even more um, when it comes to the base that I'm planning on building. Because this just, oh, it bothers me so much. I have really bad OCD. Like, I like things square and clean and in their place and hidden. Even in video games, um, I like things to be relatively symmetrical. So this was pretty difficult for me to deal with while I was building because it just, but it's functional. It works. So you come down here, and here's just this first little main walkway. And there is a ladder here, but I just jumped down because I couldn't get a ramp to work anywhere here because of the pillars. It was a giant pain in the ass. So then we have just a small little landing here. Again, the one thing I did notice in the last video too is a lot of sniffling, and I'm sorry, I'm coming off of a cold, um, and my breath inhales and stuff is from this microphone. It's just a headset microphone. Um, so I do apologize for that. I'm working on getting that fixed as quickly as possible. Because I know watching the video myself, I was a little bit annoyed, but hopefully you guys will bear with me for at least a week until I can get all this higher end stuff put in place. So let's see what is probably junk. Sorry. And I do use, there it is. There it is. That's a female max. You, and it's a pure albino. God damn it, why do you have to be here right now? So that's level 88. That's the highest you can get on on my server. Um, son of a bitch. So normally this would be a perfect opportunity to show you how this thing works, but I don't need another Rex. I think I have like 10 or 12 myself, and my brother Josh has like 4. So we don't need one, but oh, this would be so nice. So anyways, this is how it worked. This is how we tame most of our Rexes and Spinos, is from this back porch. So you could aggro him to get him to come over here, and he can't reach, so we pocketed a bunch back in here, and then just build a small little wall or whatever if need be. And relatively easy to tame. Now you just run up to Brono Hill, grab some prime, and so forth and so on. So yeah, so this is the bottom level. Um, Again, there's some issues with not being able to build here because of obstructions and things like that. So, um, but it was a good experiment, learning lesson. So here's the ladder down. Um, I'll show you. And here's where they broke whoever was over here. Trike. I'm assuming a Spino or something. It had to have been something taller, I think. Because here's the separation why the water doesn't work anymore. It's these one incline and then this vertical. And that leads up water to the base. So I'm going to get out of here. I don't need a level 88 messing with me. And we have a lot to explore today, so just kind of, that sucks. Of course I would see that right as I'm recording this. Damn it. Oh well. I'm not actually fond of Rexes. I don't like using them. They're clumsy. They get stuck on too much shit. Um, I mean, they are powerful, but so is the Spino. And the Spino swims, like as in underwater, and it's faster. It doesn't get stuck on stuff. Um, so yeah, I'm not a big Rex fan. And I don't use them very often. I don't even bother naming them. I used to, but it's pointless. I just use them as throwaways for high-level alphas. I'll just dump a shit ton of our high-level Rexes at high-level alphas, and if they die, I don't really bother me. So anyways, so that's this base. More of a, like I said, a little tiny compound. Again, it's only for 2 people. Um, and it was my first major experience at building and making things functional. So next we're going to run over quickly to, well, relatively quickly. Again, I always use eagles just because I can do anything on them if you need to kill something, if you need to carry a bunch of stuff. They get you to A to B pretty quickly, not obviously as fast as a pterodon, but or pteranodon, whatever fits your use there. Um, what level are you? Oh, you're almost a dead level 11. Um, the other thing you'll notice too is when I use, like, when I look around, like, things are a little bit choppier and not fluid in my movement. It's because I use an Xbox 360 controller for all my games. Um, in this game you do still have to use the keyboard and mouse, but I enjoy playing games with a controller. So you'll see when I'm looking, for example, like, so this is using the joystick. You'll see it's like it's kind of jumpy, and then this is with the mouse, which is much more fluid and accurate. And I understand why people use um, those, keyboard and mouse for gaming, but I don't use the features that a mouse is better than. Actually, I have a trackball, not a mouse, but um, the things that are better from a keyboard and mouse, I don't use enough to validate me not using my controller. Um, I've played so many games over the years um, with a controller that it just, I don't know, it's natural. So that's what I use. I do have a relatively or decent video card, and my graphics are, actually I can show you guys real quick. And it may not come across in the video, and that's what I was upset about. It doesn't look, so you can see here, I have high, epic, epic, epic. Shadows I don't like anyways, and it sucks up a shit ton of useless memory. So I have those on low, but everything else, textures, this is junk anyways. My mesh level details on high. Um, so I don't know. I have all my settings high, but for some reason it's not transferring to the video quality. What level are you? I'm always on the look for Spinos. 64 male. Eh, not perfect team. Fuck it. Because I do like Spinos. I use them for any type of land base. I do have a mate boosted relatively high pair. Um, so yeah. Otherwise, mostly it's birds. Like, my main thing is you're almost always gonna see me on a bird. Obviously, mammoths and you know armadillos or Dodicks, Anklos, they all have their purpose and they're, for work animals, but general purpose, I'm almost always on my bird. And I just lost, a couple days ago, I lost my perfect tame. It was a level 88 that I tamed with kibble. I think it came out to like 130 something, 135. I don't quite remember. Anyways, it was perfect. I had it up to like 210. Um, No, it had to have been more than a 135. I had it up to over 200, and then every now and then the drivers for some reason on my computer crash, and I didn't fucking have them on neutral like an idiot, and I got kicked off, and he's dead. So all my birds are Copernicus. Um, as a early astronomer, I thought that was a suitable name. My pterodons are all Galileo. Again, sky creatures, so forth and so on. The reason I didn't get that is because it's in a rock, and you can't get those anyways. This game needs to fix some of that stuff, but it's alpha, so I understand. So anyways, you come down this river, right by the obelisk, and instead of taking a right, you take a left, and just about everyone knows this rock is a really unique point in the map. Most people have seen this giant rock in the middle of the river. Like I said, Slipgator, I watch a lot of his videos, and he has built a little house for his Carnos up here, and then his main base is over to the left. Well, when we were playing this game, it was long before I started watching any of some of these guys, and we thought that this side would be a little bit better. Um, and again, it was my brother's idea. He wanted to live here or use this as a transfer point. Now, this is super sketch. This is janky, ghetto, any word you can think about. That's what this base is to me. Um, it hurts my head coming over here. Things aren't straight, they're not even. And he used windows instead of walls because they were cheaper. Um, and this is where a behemoth gate was, but I broke it for materials when we moved. So you can see the wall here. There was a behemoth gate right here, a metal one that I broke when we abandoned this. So you can see how these rocks came back and broke a bunch of these walls. Um, well, that's not a very good view. So right here, you can see there used to be walls here, and they got broke. Like the rocks just disintegrated them, and that happened. Yeah, you can see here. This was all walls, and when they did the biome update, it ruined all of this. Um, and this is where I'll show you down here. So this is just essentially a long bridge base that goes over the river with some pillars and stuff down there. So yeah, we had a fridge and generator and all that stuff, broke all that for materials, but you can see just when they updated the rocks, it completely destroyed this base. And that's what we were worried about because our base is right by the snow biome, and our main base that we have now, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Well, that's bullshit. Alright, well, we're gonna have to go around. Um, so yeah, we were really, really worried. Oh, that's right, he has underwater entrance. Um, so we were really, really worried that that base would be something like this, or this would happen and ruin all the work we put into that. See, so this is where our beds were. I broke this rock because I thought maybe the beds would be hidden underneath it. That wasn't the case. So there was a giant rock that spawned in here when they did those updates and ruined everything. This was where our smithy was, our beds. We had some fires and stuff over here, and it demolished it. So I think we'll eventually be putting up some beds here because it is a good transfer point. Um, just to kind of, if you die or something, to get close to where you were. So we may put beds here, and there was boxes here that are now destroyed. So yeah, this place kind of got decimated, which is fine. We weren't going to live here anyways. Either was he. Um, but it just sucks that the stuff we did have here is gone. So yeah, so this is our waterfall base. Which is a good halfway point between our volcano base and Suicide Island, which is the northeastern island. So you just go down here. Oh, there's a ton of crystals and stuff up on that mountain, which is nice to have. And again, in the future, once I get this editing software, you guys won't have to see this. I can kind of do what some of the other YouTubers do and just cut the boring stuff and just come back to the video once I'm where I want to be. But as of right now, we're just going to kind of do a walkthrough. And again, I apologize for the downtime. Um, I don't think there's anything special in this area. I do need to keep an eye out for skeleton dinos, though. 'Cause I do really want a bunch of those costumes and stuff like that. And from what I understand, there's a T-Rex. If you find the T-Rex skeleton, instead of a costume, you get like a head, and you can put it on the trophy wall mounts that they just introduced in one of the last updates, and that would be super dope over like a fireplace or something. Or yeah, I'm gonna do something cool with that in the new base that we haven't built yet. So I would like to have a lot of that stuff. So yeah. So while we're kind of killing time here, I guess I can go into made some notes. So yeah, most of the games that I play are oh shit, a Quetzal. What level are you? These are super hard to find on any server. Doesn't matter which server you're on. You're level 11 female. We don't have a female yet. We have two males. Oh, my brother's not on. You kind of need two people to do this. But I'm going to build. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm gonna build like a cage on the back of one of our Quetzals and see if I can't trap one, like cage it on the back and bring it back to my base. So you can solo tame them. I don't know if that's gonna work, but it's an idea. I'll be doing that in the future as well, because I would like to be able to solo tame Quetzals, because I play a lot more than my brother. Um, he probably plays 2, 3 times a week. I'm on every day. Um, so yeah. So some of the other games that I'm into are like the Civilization series, the Total War series, like tons of strategy games. Um, Again, I do like building um, and just very OCD type games, and strategy games work pretty well for me. Um, Again, I am going to do this as my main series. It's going to be a Let's Play gameplay series. And then every now and then I'm going to have, especially early on, I'm going to have some like 10, 15-minute videos, like tips and tricks, um, just to show you guys how I do the boring stuff you're not going to see. Gathering wood, how I gather rocks, because I do have some, I think, good advice for that to make things more efficient. So that'll be a side series. And then the advanced stuff, the mega builds, like this next one is going to be giant. So that'll be nice. And then we will have to go back to caves because I do want some more of a couple of the early caves we did. We only grabbed one of the artifacts, and we need to go back and get more for trophies and stuff like that. So we'll be doing caves again, and then breeding. I really want to get into breeding, like heavily get into breeding. So the reason I'm bringing you over here real quick is this is where my brother is setting up like a Spino tame base. He's got a gate. Well, that's blocked off, but he has got a gate over on one of these entrances, and he's just building. This is what he's working on right now, just kind of like a small outpost type deal to bring Spinos in here and tame them. We've got some gorillas collecting fiber, and he's got his mammoth and armadillo and some things over here to help him. So that's what he's working on. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get to the main base today. Maybe that'll be the whole third video. I'll just show you quick Suicide Island and our little outpost there. So yeah, the first time we came here was swimming with raptors, and it was awful, super dangerous. We didn't know any better. But we saw an island. It was like, cool, let's go see what that's about. And that was a horrible decision. So again, I'm not used to talking constantly in a video, so bear with me here as we travel. As this goes forward, things are going to get a lot better quality, and I'll just learn. I've never done this before, so it's a learning experience for me. But hopefully you guys can bear with and enjoy enough of what you see to keep um, coming back to check things out that you do enjoy. So um, I will be doing some streaming um, on Twitch and Twitter stuff and things in the near future, like in the next couple weeks as well. So um, and while I'm here, it's kind of what I've been doing. If you notice weird stuff in my inventory, it's because I've just been getting drops, just in, trying to get as much stuff for the new build as possible. Fucking garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. I almost, yeah. The other reason is during the Halloween update, they're gonna have like free codes and stuff for the game, so it's good to check out those drops. All right, so this is the main island. Most people I'm sure have been here. It's very dangerous. A ton of RGs, Carnos, Alphas, Rexes, Scorpions, Sabers, all the nasty stuff. So what my brother did when he first came here was build. Yeah, let's look at this mess. Now let's go in and get some of that XP. And not go in the water, please. All right, over here, guys. Come on. Come on. And there's the timer. So yeah, we'll just show you this. Yeah. Alright, so just finish showing you guys this little base and uh, yeah, this dude's pretty stacked, by the way, as far as stats for this eagle. And he's not even... Actually, I think this is the better of my eagles that I have right now. Let's see what he's at. 5k health, almost 1,000 melee, ton of weight. Like I said, I use these all the time, so almost 2,000 stamina. Not bad. My other one that died was way better. Alright, so we have this little pen. We were just taming high-level sabers and scorpions and stuff out here and just keeping them in this pen. It's just a little building. Some beds in there. Like 2 or 3 big storage boxes. Nothing special. So yeah, and this was just kind of away from the super mess that is that island. Oh, it's still some dangerous stuff around here. Is that a bat? Yeah, and no, I won't even get into taming those. That's ridiculous. I'm not doing it until they nerf the taming like they did with the gorillas, because this passive taming for those in the spiders is such a headache. And they will fix it, so I'm just gonna wait till they do. So, I think that's gonna be it for right now. Oh, might as well kill this bastard. I do really want a bat and a spider, but just the amount of time and effort it takes to tame one of those right now is just, it's not even okay. Holy, and that was a fucking level 82. So there's a good one. Alright, so yeah, we'll leave it with that right now today. And when we come back, I'll show you the main base where we're staying right now. So thanks again, guys, for joining in. Again, comments, advice is appreciated, and we'll see you next time.